The Batman rises and soars on HBO Max. The numbers are in, and they are very impressive. More right after this. What is happening, Internet? Welcome back to the O1 channel. That made me kind of dizzy. Today we are talking about the box office numbers on the HBO Max platform. So I guess this would be the streaming numbers for the Batman. And the opening week numbers are actually very good. It came out to around 750,000 views from households across the country. Whereas when Zack Snyder's Justice League came out, just to do a little comparison, when Ben Affleck reprised his role as the Dark Knight and Henry Cavill soared once again as Superman, even though Henry did not reprise his role, it was footage that he already did prior to the Justice League reshoots. The Ben Affleck Batman Justice League movie did about, I believe it was 350,000 views for its first opening day or opening weekend. And mark my words, by probably the end of this week, or at least on Monday, I have a feeling that Discovery is going to announce that the Batman movie did probably at least 1 million, which is something easily that they could do. Now, the Snyder Cut kind of struggled against Wonder Woman 84's numbers, even though that movie wasn't very good. The part of the problem with the Snyder Cut had to do with the length of the movie, and Warner Brothers was very stubborn, along with Zack Snyder, not to separate the film, because if they would have done that, then they would have had to pay more for a miniseries rather than just as a movie. So, like I was saying, if they would have actually split up the movie, it probably would have done a lot more for that, project. It would have been a lot easier for people to watch. A 4-hour movie is a very big commitment, and also when people stop and come back and watch the movie, well, it's really hard to gauge what the actual numbers are for the Snyder Cut. The 3-hour The Batman movie managed to pull 750,000 views. It is a movie that has a lot of excitement to it, and it's really not quite that long of a commitment, although personally I haven't really gotten a chance to watch the movie again. Seeing it in theaters was definitely an experience. I thought the movie was fantastic. I really liked it. I wanted to get into my spoiler review, but things didn't really end up working out very well. I'm still kind of working on it, but when it's going to get up, I don't really know. Probably get up before the sequel to the movie is announced, maybe. And honestly, if I was HBO Max and Discovery Warner, I would not hesitate this week to just literally announce that the movie is happening, whether Matt Reeves is ready for it or not. I mean, don't give too much of a plot synopsis or anything like that, but just be like, the Batman is penned in for 2024 or something like that, because you're going to need to rush out a sequel as quickly as possible, just like, what happened with Nolan and Batman Begins. So the theatrical run for the Batman did pretty well. The Batman is still actually in theaters currently. My theater is still showing it, although they're only showing it twice a day. So I have a feeling it's going to be pulled from theaters pretty soon. It's going to be on HBO Max for another month or so, and then it will disappear from HBO Max and, of course, release on DVD and Blu-ray. At least I think that's what the plan is with that movie. So, yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on in regards to the Batman. I have to say that, regardless of what camp you're in, 750,000 views for a brand new movie on HBO Max that is the Batman is actually pretty good. It beat the Snyder Cut. It beat Wonder Woman 84. It beat Godzilla and Kong. So, I mean, people really like this interpretation of the Batman. It's a Batman that definitely doesn't kill people. He stays true to his core character that was re-established because, of course, the Bob Kane Batman that a lot of people use with the interpretation of, Bill Finger and stuff like that has to do with a Batman that did kill people. And we've seen that a lot in the 89 and Batman Returns Batman. We've seen kind of like a 1970-ish Batman that, well, he didn't purposely try to kill you, but there were casualties that happened. Although there's really no excuse for what Bale did with the blowing up of ninjas. But the rest of the movies, he tried to not kill people until, of course, The Dark Knight Rises when he was fighting terrorists. But it is what it is. You know, sometimes there's going to be casualties along the way. And, of course, Ben Affleck fought terrorist, but he was already kind of a menace himself. After losing Dick Grayson, he became a murderous Batman. So, I mean, at least they kind of explained it, and they would have gone into more detail for Ben Affleck's solo projects, but, you know, whether or not that's going to happen, we don't really know. The state of the Snyderverse, which was supposed to be restored in some capacity with The Flash, Ezra is in big trouble yet again. Over the weekend, there was a young lady who was his girlfriend or something at one point. Apparently, Ezra was very naughty and abusive, harmed this girl, so, I mean, if I was Discovery, I mean, Ezra's gotta go. There's no way that The Flash is going to do anything but be flushed at this point, because even when the movie comes out, I don't see it doing the numbers that I think Keaton was expecting and all these other people. So, I mean, this is going to be very, very interesting for Discovery Warner at this point, because, I mean, what are you going to do? Your lead, you know, male superhero, The Flash, who's supposed to be this really nice kind of Midwestern, conservative, happy-go-lucky speedster, is portrayed by, I hate to say it, a monster that definitely needs to get help, because this isn't really helping Ezra's cause to continue working with Warner Brothers. And, you know, if I was David, I'd be like, you know what? We need to find a replacement, and we need to find somebody soon. You know what? At this point, I would say, hey, David, at the end of The Flash, just introduce an actor playing Wally West. Could be Grant, could be anybody. There's really no Wally in the DC Cinematic Universe right now, so I think people want to see Wally. Just make sure it's Ginger Wally West, because you have enough of Wallace West. We need the OG Wally. That's just my 2 cents. But yeah, the Batman movie doing really well. If you get a chance to watch it on HBOMax, let me know what you thought about the movie. And hopefully one of these days I'll get around to releasing my spoiler video. So anyway, thank you so much for listening, people. Now I want to hear from all of you. How do you feel about the news that the Batman is literally crushing Darkseid in the Snyder Cut? And probably at the recording of this video, they'll announce much later in the day. It's about 3 a.m. right now on the 25th of April. So I'm assuming probably around noon, or maybe, I don't know, 3 o'clock p.m. today, they'll announce what the numbers are. And of course, they're not going to want to hesitate to do that, because they're going to want to tell people, yeah, this is so much better than, you know, what we had released a year ago. So hopefully it drums up a lot of subscribers for HBO Max, and we see more of the Batman soaring into theaters and HBO Max probably soon. But anyway, that's it. That's all, people. Thanks so much for listening. I have a stream here on this channel later tonight if you want to check it out. Detroit Become Human. It's for an Ultimate VIP member over on our Let's Play channel. And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Until we meet again, keep it locked here for all things news on Batman in movies, TV, video games, and occasionally DC Comics when they don't suck. God bless and happy gaming. Later, Gothamites.